Live, reported in the Dolla50 International. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's how I'm doing it. Yo, listen, at the Capitol grounds, there's a fence there. You know what I mean? If you don't understand, yo, listen, if I go from hip hop live to the Capitol, make sure you understand my content has some type of character chemistry that generates, a certain type of particular type of audience. If I stay hip hop only and you start freaking out because you're not hip hop and you start trying to open my mouth, with your legs and all that, with your legs open, listen, take your problems to the psychiatric ward at a mental institution, and that's not hip hop. You know what I mean? Take your chitlins somewhere else. Go try your chitlins somewhere else. They probably fit somewhere else, somebody else's mouth. You know what I mean? Now listen, based on, the Capitol grounds being surrounded by a fence, the Capitol grounds surrounded by a fence. The invasion caused that. Now, you can't say that never before in history will nobody invade the Capitol grounds. It happened before. Now it happened before. But you're not going to freeze up because, that one single time, it was a riot, and people got it wasn't even a riot completely. It was like the people were uncomfortable with what was actually going on. When the monuments was being destroyed, when the stores was being looted, when federal buildings was being attacked, it was an uncomfortable time at the point, of people saying, they was going to go to the Capitol building and voice their concerns. You know what I'm saying? When they voiced their concerns, the numbers were so large that it got uncomfortable for the people. The people got uncomfortable. It wasn't like the politicians was coming out throwing bottles. Nobody was, nothing caused the disturbance. Realistically, they just got uncomfortable with the density of the crowd. Realistically, you can't say that the people was just intentionally going there to kick the door in. You know what I mean? Nobody was trying to do all that. That wasn't the intent of the people. The protesters were arguing that the protesters were looting stores, were arguing that the protesters were just knocking over monuments, arguing that they was rioting and attacking federal buildings and painting the streets, calling themselves Black Lives Matter. Now, Black Lives Matter does not represent me. You know what I mean? I have a beef with Black Lives Matter. Don't wait until I get shot to say Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? That's real to say something when somebody gets shot, but say something before I get shot. Don't wait until something happened to me to say Black Lives Matter. I don't agree with my situation. I feel like my situation, I'm in a privileged place, but I feel like my situation is being obstructed and not acknowledged. When I got a gavel plaque, click at the link in the description. See if I know what I'm talking about, Black Lives Matter. See if I know what I'm talking about. Click on the link in the description. Who got a chemistry like that on a gavel plaque that only a judge would have? Who got that type of chemistry? $50 at the 1,000 Million Foundation. When you click on the link in the description, Black Lives Matter, stop challenging me all the time. You challenge me without knowing you challenge me, and what it does, it creates a dog-eat-dog type pecking order where everybody else start challenging me. Click on the link in the description to figure out just what's going on. If you represent the people like you say you represent the people, it shouldn't only be riots when you say Black Lives Matter. When you say Black Lives Matter, it shouldn't be stores being looted. Stay on the subject. Stop losing sight of what you're doing. If you go to the Capitol grounds right now, don't throw a fit based on somebody being fat. Make sure you voice your concerns based on the fence being up and our freedom of speech being hindered based on our constitutional rights of freedom of expression being obstructed by a fence at the Capitol grounds where laws are passed. When they get ready to pass this next stimulus check, take into account, this vaccine is being administered and it's no stimulus check. You got a vaccine inside of you, and you can't voice your concerns at the Capitol because it's a fence up there. It's a fence up there at the Capitol building. That should be a major concern of yours. Black Lives Matter. And when I'm exercising my freedom of speech right now, I'm saying, to the extent of you clicking on the link in the description, if you did it when I said do it, clicking on the link in the description and finding out that there's a chemistry of Moderna, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, the new introduced to Food and Drug Administration, Novavax, FedEx, UPS, United States Postal Service. That order is in place at the link in the description. How can I go and voice my concerns that at the Capitol building, that I have business cards with the link in the description that you can see visibly? My business cards say vaccine on one side and stimulus check on the other side in the same exact place. People with vaccines right this moment don't have stimulus check money, don't have housing, don't have food, don't have transportation right now. Black Lives Matter. Now you're going to tell me you represent me? I'm screaming on the mic. Represent me, Black Lives Matter, because I can't get past that Capitol fence to talk to a politician, to talk to Glenn Grothman at the fence and be like, Glenn Grothman, this should be this way. This should be this way. See if you can get it by, when they pass the next bill. See if somebody will listen to what you're saying in there, because this situation where the vaccine is inside of you and you don't have food money for food outside of you, don't have transportation outside of you, don't have housing outside over your head or outside of you, then, this is an issue for Black Lives Matter. Represent me, represent the people. Click on the link in the description. Type in YouTube, type in Dolla50 International and see what it's all about. I got mad broadcasts like this. Why you not visiting my channel? Why you not throwing your subscribes? Why you not throwing your likes? Black Lives Matter. You got to support my movement, because you're not assisting me in the freedom to speak. Why you not even assisting me in the freedom, the right to speak, the right to be heard at the Capitol building, Capitol grounds? You see what my intent is? My intent is as consistent as having a vaccine inside of you and having the stimulus check in the same place with business cards as Staples copyrighted. All I need is the funding and the resources to better my movement. Stimulus checks and vaccines in the same place. Black Lives Matter. Represent the people.